Olá, fanáticos de luta. Bem-vindos a Buenos Aires, Argentina, for the UFC Santiago Ponzinibbio against Neil Magny. I'm joined by Emiliano, Candido, who works for Fox Sports here in Argentina. He's going to help me break down tomorrow night's UFC event.
It's a dream come true for us. UFC in Argentina with an Argentinian in the main event. It's amazing.
How good it is to be in Buenos Aires, covering this sport for so long, and finally have the chance to be the one in there in the stage, calling the Q&A, calling the weigh-ins, and tomorrow night finally seeing Argentines entering the octagon to compete in front of their countrymen.
For me, it's a dream come true. I really can't believe it because I am watching UFC since I was 15 years. I worked with this for 10 years, and it's amazing have the, like I said before, a main event, an Argentinian, with the crowd here, with Guido Canetti, with Laureano Staropoli. It's going to be an amazing night of fight, and more from us. That is the first time in history, and we hope we could see again in 2019 and 2020, and we will dream about this all our lives.
We know that Argentina is a soccer country, or football as we could call it. But how big is MMA now after these years that Santiago has been on a roll in the UFC, a lot of other fighters competing in a higher level? How big is the sport today in Argentina?
Maybe in 2015, 2016, we have a lot of more fighters. We have fighters with 28, 29, 27 years old, but no, we don't have fighters like 18, 19, 20s. Maybe it's that the problem now. We don't have another generation. We got Ponzinibbio, Canetti, Staropoli, that is the more young of them. But Nazareno Malegarie is fighting at PFL. Emiliano Sord is fighting at PFL. Marcelo Rojo is fighting at Combat Americas. And it's tough for us. There is not a lot of events in Argentina, and it's hard.
Mm-hmm. And how important do you think it is for Santiago Ponzinibbio to have a win tomorrow to make the sport even bigger here?
Of course, if Ponzinibbio wins, we are growing up. We need to see the fighters win. Ponzinibbio last fight in Argentina was like in 2010, 28. Few years ago, people doesn't know who was Ponzinibbio until the Ultimate Fighter Brazil. People don't know him. People think that we do not have fighters. They know Malegarie, they know Canetti, but they don't fight in UFC. Mm-hmm. And that is what people need. See your fighters in the UFC, and maybe with this event, we can have a lot of more fighters.
He doesn't have an easy fight tomorrow. Neil Magny is a tough opponent. How do you see this fight playing out, and who do you think is going to win tomorrow?
I think Santiago Ponzinibbio is a favorite. I think he hit like a truck. He has knockout power. Lombard limb already hit Neil Magny, also Gastelum, but they go too far to clinch him, to finish him, and I think Ponzinibbio has the ability now, not in his beginning, but yes, now yes, to stay in the pocket, hit him, give a few more steps for that, and attack again. I think that is the key for Ponzinibbio. Attack, wait, hit again, wait, and I think he could knock Neil Magny out.
in the co-main event, we have Ricardo Lamas and Darry Elkins. It's a big fight. Both were on a roll. They're coming off of losses, and they are trying to get back on track. It's a key fight. If one of them get a big win, they are back in the mix, maybe to fight maybe once or twice to try to ask for a title shot. How do you see this fight?
I think Ricardo Lamas is one of the best. He fight against Aldo, Holloway, Mendes, and now he lost to two young fighters like Emmett and Bektic that are tough losses, but I can understand that losses. And also with Elkins, he lost with Volkanovski, one of the best in the featherweight division right now. For me, it's the best division. I'm a very big fan for the featherweight division. I think Lamas could win the fight, but it's too close to go.
Yeah. The big topic of the day today, Friday, was the weigh-ins and City Calvillo missing weight by 2 pounds and looking really bad at the weigh-ins. The UFC and the Brazilian Athletic Commission, that is the body overseeing the event here in Buenos Aires, they cleared her to fight, but she really looked really bad. Were you at the weigh-ins this morning? How did you react when you saw her at the scale?
I saw a lot of weigh-ins in Argentina in our events, and I never saw someone like Calvillo today. I really worried me that happens. He nearly fell off. Was difficult to see. So it was. I think that Poliana could take this chance to win and become one of the best in the strawweight division.
Do you think that seeing her struggle to make weight and be like that on Friday morning, does that change the way you see the fights? You see Poliana now as a favorite, after seeing Calvillo look like that?
I thought Poliana was a favorite since the beginning. I think Poliana has one of the best knockouts in UFC strawweight with her victory against Yuri Kondo. I think Calvillo was too little too soon for few rivals like Carlos Esparza. It was a close split decision, but I thought that Poliana could win the fight.
And among all the rest of the card, I'm going to ask you which fights you are looking forward to the most. I'm sure you're going to say Guido Canetti and Marlon Vera. How big this fight is at the ceremonial weigh-ins now? Guido Canetti had the biggest spot from the crowd. How important is this fight alongside to the Ponzinibbio one for the sport here in Argentina?
If Ponzinibbio is the main event, but I think Canetti has the crowd behind him because the crowd know him. The crowd knows Canetti. He has a gym here in Argentina. He came with all his people, so I think it's that one of the best fights of the card. Chito Vera is a really top fight for him, and I thought that Laureano Staropoli and Hector Aldana could steal the show. I think that fight will be awesome.
I'm looking forward to both of these fights and all the cards tomorrow. Thank you very much, Emiliano, for your knowledge in the
I'm
Argentina.
sorry for my English.
No, it's really good. Thank you very much. And stay tuned on MMA Fighting for all the news tomorrow night and Sunday morning for all the coverage of UFC Argentina. Thank you very much.